I think she said when you were like in first grade, you were afraid of a chicken. I might be mixing up my stories. No, seriously. Oh gosh. Oh Lord. Y'all took that off. I talked about that in the previous episode. Y'all took that off. I was like ready to see the episode with. Hi everyone. Welcome to the Al and Carrie show.
Hey.
Today we're going to discuss, are you feeling more tired during this quarantine?
Okay.
How do we feel about the Amazon shipping delays happening during this pandemic? And we're going to talk about the unpeaceful protests happening across this country against stay-at-home orders. So, Allyn, I've been just reading and hearing from a bunch of people who are saying that while they're quarantining, they are exhausted and tired during the days, but like alert at night. Are you experiencing this?
Not really. I would say I've actually got more energy throughout this process. Of course, there's stuff that you do that seems more mundane tasks that just seem like, oh, it's just repetitive, it's getting slack, it's getting boring, because it's not a change of scenery. Right. But I mean, I've been doing more stuff around the house. I've been out doing more lawn care. Haven't been doing a whole bunch more exercise though. But hey, just being honest, I believe I have more energy. I think you can get bored faster. But you know, if you jump onto the next thing, it's about the same. What about you?
Yeah, because I know we're in the situation we're kind of like holed up in. I don't know, my personality, you know this. I'm routine. I like schedule. So I already was doing that anyway. So I've been even more proactive about definitely making sure I stick to that because I don't want to get fatigued and tired. So yeah, I have a toddler. And raising her and just cooking and cleaning and stuff, and doing this and I do ministry work still and stuff. So it's like, by the end of the day, I'm tired. But nothing's really changed. But I was reading somewhere, and this could be some advice for you all. I've been reading places, and a lot of the things that they suggest is having a routine and really working during the day and not just kind of sleeping through the day, because then it kind of mixes you up. So that's some advice for you all. Just kind of keep going, doing something. Find something creative to do, and that should help with that. So, Allyn, next we're going to talk about the shipping delays with Amazon. You've probably noticed, you all, if you are on Amazon Prime, like we are on, you probably notice, that you have to really make sure you check the dates of when they say something will come in, because it'll be like 2 weeks from now, and it's like, oh, hold up, I pay Amazon Prime. I'm supposed to get my stuff in 2 days. What is going on? And people are upset about that. What are your thoughts?
It's funny, textbook example is we have some new lighting that we put in for our videos. Ta-da. The light itself came in fairly quickly, but there's a dome that goes over that makes the light a little more spread, a little softer. It took almost a month to get here. I get it. I get it. Now, I think that the reason behind it is understandable. They're prioritizing more, I would say, emergency base or things that help directly during the pandemic get priority. So for the most part, those things are still kind of going at a base pace. But anything that you like outside of like, hey, this is an emergency, I need the essentials, it's probably going to take a minute. I understand. I do think that they should do a better job of communicating, hey, 2-day shipping is going to be extremely limited. just saying that statement initially, just getting that word out there so that we don't think, hey, everything on the shop is still going to be to our house in 48, 72 hours. Or just,
I was going to say, I think some wording on every page, like make sure to check the dates, because that has happened where I order some. I'm like, oh, wait. I get people's frustration, annoyance with it, but I do understand we're in a pandemic. And my faith in Jesus' name is this will end soon. But this is what's happening right now. This is where I think we could kind of have like maybe a little compromise. You know how on certain shows on Amazon Prime TV, how you still have to pay for certain shows. Some shows are free, but some shows you have to pay like $1 or something. Yeah. How about just make those free? And then that way it can kind of be,
That's a plus. It's doable.
Maybe I can feel like I get a little bit more bang for my buck. Because the Cosby Show, y'all took that off. I talked about that in the previous episode. Y'all took that off. I was like ready to see the episode with Vanessa and the big fun in Baltimore, and then that happened. No, for real. Do not do that. And I know I was a little ticked. I was like, what is going on here? So I think maybe.
Isn't it the same thing with PBS?
I was just about to say Daniel Tiger. My daughter loves Daniel Tiger, but only has like maybe a couple seasons that are free, and then the rest you have to pay for. So
we visited our parents' place.
Oh, yeah.
We visited there, and we went on Prime. We was like, okay, we put something on for the daughter to watch. It It went to Daniel Tiger. He was like, Daniel Tiger got a price on him. I was like, wait a second. Maybe not.
But I will say for everyone, sometimes they've been better where you'll see that, it's going to be in like 2 days, like 3 days, 4 days from now, and it comes in the next day. So I think they're trying to also make sure to cover themselves and not get your hopes up high that, it's coming in May 8th, and then it comes in May 9th. Yeah. There are bigger fish to fry in this world. All right, and lastly, we're going to talk a little bit more serious. We're going to talk about the protests that have been happening across this country.
That's a good one. Okay, good.
Against the stay-at-home orders. I understand many people are frustrated because they want the economy open back up. But these protests, people are carrying guns. They are have Confederate flags. Yeah. They are coughing in people's faces. And the only reason I said it's unpeaceful, the gun thing, we'll discuss that. But I wanted to say it's unpeaceful because when you start coughing and doing stuff like that, that's where I don't think this is an opinion type thing. Like you just don't do that. What are your thoughts?
Can I ask something? Yeah. Why is it every time that somebody has a disappointment, the Confederate flag shows up?
Okay, and that's where I was going to say, that's where you guys lose,
like,
I think.
All the time. Like, if there's any issue, the flag, there it goes.
Well, and that's where you're going to lose people because, okay, what does the Confederate flag have to do with any of this? The Confederate War was a war.
And you in the North. Like, what you doing?
The Confederates lost. It's very anti-American.
Yeah.
And what does that have to do with... This is where you guys make it a thing of like a war, us against you.
Yeah, and
that's where it feels like.
And there's 100 different ways to perceive it. We know this. Mm-hmm. Let's go with something that's just safe area to start with. When I see it, the first thing I think about is a flag that was in the air that was being used while our soldiers were battling and dying. Mm-hmm. That's one of the first things that comes to mind. So when I see that, the first thing I think of is that's a traitor symbol. I don't care what you want to back with heritage and stuff with that. If your heritage is attacking our country, something needs to be addressed. That's the best way to put it. That's the cleanest way to put it.
Yeah.
That's to me. That's one of the first things I notice every time is that whenever there's some issue, somebody's gonna have some guns, some body armor and stuff, and they're gonna come outside and that flag is just gonna end up in the crowd every single time.
And then let's just really be honest about it. These are, when I'm talking about and what we're seeing on TV, most of these are Caucasian men with guns. Would you feel the same way if they were a bunch of black men?
That's the truth.
Come on now.
Like
doing that same exact thing. Come on, you guys. I mean, people are getting, they get upset about the Black Lives Matter march. And so it's like, that's where you're going to, that's where you're going to lose people.
You can't say that somebody is.
Why are we having guns?
Yes, you can't say somebody is violating, constitutional rights, and the next thing you do is do exactly what you hope they don't do. Yeah. Like if they're peacefully protesting, you have your right to have your opinion. I'm not gonna knock it. It's America. It's a free country. You're entitled to your opinion. Mm-hmm. However, when you start pushing it closer and closer to that line of threatening people's existence, when you start to bring firearms and you start to get within that area where you can transmit diseases to people, that's a real issue. And you can't look at the other side and say, well, this other side or this, that, and the third does it this way. No, correct yourself. Say that you're out of order and fix yourself. Pointing at the other person never gets anything done. Yeah, this has a lot of layers too. I think ultimately it makes you, when all this combined, it's a perfect storm of making people look like spoiled brats, because it's like, and people don't want to hear you out. Now, I am sympathetic. I understand that we want the economy open. That is another discussion. Mm-hmm. You have to understand that if we open the economy, it's like lives or economy, which one? And so this is a thing where we can't just be, and this is just in general, even aside from this, we cannot just be frustrated and wanting someone to be angry at, and we're not angry at the right people. Yeah. The people you need to be angry at are politicians and wondering how come you can't get your unemployment benefit. Yeah, and that's where we need to get angry at. And double that with, like, if one organization you're mad at, you need to pay attention to the next organization that's instructing them. Mm-hmm. Like, you can't be happy at one and mad at the other when one's enforcing the other ones to be doing that. So it's good to be very knowledgeable. If you're able to, get a variety of news sources. Like, make sure they're reputable sources in the sense that it's not a pop-up website that's been online for like 2 years. Yeah. Oftentimes there's a part of the story that's left out on some news stations. And it's good to get a full circle perspective to say, oh, I didn't know.
And I think this is another topic for even maybe another episode about, do we think the economy should open, stay-at-home orders? That is another topic. Yeah. I think specifically I want to talk about the actual protests, and I think that is the part that is disturbing me, the actual protests and the guns. and the Confederate flags.
No.
And I think everyone just needs to really kind of check themselves and really check their heart and wonder, okay, why am I believing this? Where is this coming from? Because if it's strictly about that, there's a way to go about that. We have ways that we go about things in this country. Just like we would tell anyone else, don't act thuggish, don't do that, don't act animalistic. That's for everyone. There's a way we act. Yeah, we don't need to be coughing in people. I'm all for protesting, but when we're coughing in people's faces, when we're gathering together, when that's causing, what that does is that can spread the disease more. And then guess what? Guess who has to take care of it?
There's plenty of examples of that. Of people that are like, I'm gonna defy this. This is a takeover. I mean, it didn't even start in our country, so how is it a takeover? But I'm gonna continue. But they'll have videos up of, hey, I'm going out to do this. I'm going to liberate or give freedom. And a week later, they're in the hospital.
And guess who ends up having to pay for that?
Yeah, and
the healthcare system.
Exactly.
And so you're messing, and that's the thing is, if we open up too early, you're going to end up, the economy's not really going to work if more people are dying in the hospitals. We have a system. I understand we're frustrated, but we have to think rationally. And there's a discussion we could have at another time about the specifics of it. But I think for this, the protests, we have to make. If you want to protest, that's fine. But coughing on people,
that's crazy. Like, you just being straight disrespectful when that's your decision.
Yeah, and be honest with yourself. Would you be okay if a bunch of black men did it? We can talk deeper about that maybe with another video.
That's a deep one. So forgive us. We're gonna dig in. That's a deep one.
We're gonna have another one has to go.
One has to go. Okay.
So for today, it's gonna be bacon.
Bacon's back.
Eggs. I guess this is breakfast food. Biscuits and gravy and pancakes.
Bacon.
This is really easy.
Eggs, biscuits and gravy, so they're a combo. And
it's like biscuits with gravy poured on it, and pancakes.
And pancakes. Y'all gonna be surprised at my answer. Eggs gotta go.
I knew you.
So this is crazy. And I got rid of bacon in the earlier ones. You can check episode 1.
Yeah, right here.
Episode 1 telling you about it. But I don't know why, for the life of me, I cannot stand the smell of scrambled eggs.
This is true.
Like boiled eggs, I'm good. Like speckled eggs, double eggs, good. Even those little bits that end up in the Chinese food, I'm good. But when it's scrambled and it's all in it, I don't know why I cannot stand that smell. Eggs are gone. Like, this is quick.
Your mother did tell me a story about that, but I remember when you were a kid.
Okay, you gotta tell me the story.
I think she said when you were like in first grade, you were afraid of a chicken. I might be mixing up my stories. No, seriously. Oh gosh. Oh Lord. I feel bad because I don't know. I hope I got the story right.
So I'm always setting you up to just say, don't feed my baby eggs.
And the funniest thing about Allyn will literally eat anything.
Yeah, like for real.
He's the antithesis of me when it comes to like pickiness. He will eat anything. Yeah. But he won't eat eggs. It's the most random thing. I think it's hilarious.
I tried to go like real healthy one day and get like those, like get the sunny side up and like the poached eggs and all that.
Yeah, you don't even like French
toast
or anything like that.
I bit it one time and the top bust open and leaked over. I was like, nah, I'm done. We're good here.
He doesn't like eggs. It's the most random thing. But for me, no biscuits and gravy. What the?
Oh, whoa. Okay,
that sounds disgusting.
It's basins? No, I said basins, Lord.
What can automatically go are the biscuits and the gravy. Why do I want? Okay. We're gonna talk about this. I do not like gravy. Okay. I love chicken broth. Like if we're having chicken, yes, but I don't like gravy. Why do people like? Oh, it's like I don't like the consistency of it. It's just like weird, creamy stuff.
What is it you having an issue with the consistency of these things? What is this?
I know I have a weird thing about. It ruins. First of all, it ruins the meal. I hate when I have good dressing and someone wants to pour dressing on. Why do I want to put dressing on my dressing? I mean, my that's what it feels like. Why do I want to put gravy on my dressing? That's so nasty. And no. I think it's disgusting. No.
Okay.
But I don't know. It ruins the meal to me. It's just.
But okay, no. I mean, it's a side thing. You don't have to touch them. You don't have to put gravy on them.
This was specifically biscuits and gravy.
Okay. Within the bounds.
That made it easy. Okay. Anything with gravy can go.
Wait.
Wait. I have an exception.
Kind of biscuits?
I have an exception.
What kind of biscuits?
Well, no, it doesn't matter. I just don't want gravy.
Yeah, you might have the little layer ones, those flapjack ones.
I still don't want gravy on them. But I have an exception about gravy. I do like gravy on whatchamacallit. Popeyes has really, really good mashed potatoes, and the gravy is.
You talking about that batter mix? That powder they throw water on and just spin it? Oh, okay.
I'm just saying.
Hey, if y'all made it Popeyes, okay, never mind. I'm done. All right, y'all. That's been our episode. We hope that you enjoyed it. Remember, like, subscribe, share about this episode, put it out there so people can see it.
And make sure you comment below with any type of questions you may have or anything you'd like us to talk about in our upcoming episodes. All right. Thanks for watching. Bye.